We're here to help you navigate your business growth with strategic conversations and insights from experts in multiple industries. Welcome to Wayfinding Growth.
This episode of Wayfinding Growth is brought to you by Sprocket Talk. If you're ready to take your HubSpot experience to a whole new level, you need to join Sprocket Talk as a free VIP member. That's right, free. Tutorials, courses, training, HubSpot updates, and so much more. Head to sprockettalk.com/WG to join the movement and get an exclusive Wayfinding Growth deal.
So welcome Wayfinders to Wayfinding Growth, the live edition.
Yeah.
So this is a first for me with you anyway.
Yeah.
This is awesome. So Remington, it's the end of your parental leave.
Yeah.
It's this whole idea that you get the entire team together.
Uh-huh.
Dude, how you feeling?
Pretty overwhelming.
You said to me earlier about looking at the crew page on our website. What was your reaction to that?
Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So, what's interesting? So the team coming down, so we call it Southbound, bringing everyone south. Don't have anyone more south than us right now, for now. But so Southbound over the years, 3 years ago, there were 4 people in there. And then last year it was a lot. And it's almost, we've measured this, like the Christmas party and how much it costs. Yeah. And I don't mean that in a gluttonous way as much as I mean that in a similar oh shit way. Like, wow, I've never signed a restaurant check of that much before. So it's been really kind of interesting. But this year, what's cool is we actually got feedback from the last one and we're trying to fix it. But there's a new dynamic. There's multiple people. Mm-hmm. It's a smaller office. So it's been a roller coaster ride on the professional side. And this is my half week back, 1.5 weeks back so far after leave. So that just adds to it.
Everything's just compounded.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Compound is my life right now.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about why you're back, where you were, what's going on. You had parental leave, as CEO and Rachel as COO. You guys were able to take time off, man.
Yeah. So I mean the C of the C-suite disappeared. Really, and Rachel's still on leave. 4.5 weeks. So that was amazing. Not something that I ever thought that would be possible. But also at the same time, it's one of those things that it was hard and easy at the same time. Hard because coming back, I realized some enabling stuff that I was doing, not even intentionally, as I was trying to solve problems for people.
Oh, is that what you mean by enabling?
Yeah. So just kind of solving problems that actually inhibited people to be able to solve said problems themselves. Yeah. And then on the same side, a little bit of an internal personal struggle of, I wasn't needed, right? And everyone can be really nice and whatnot, but no, the things kept moving, which is, I'm so blessed that is even possible. But the fact that hey, what do I need? Oh no, it's cool. We just left your schedule open for a week just to make sure you can catch up. Wait, what? So it's been really awesome, and I'm so thankful for everyone on the team, you included, that we were able to kind of put this all together, and then coming back and then having everyone in town for a week. It's like drinking through a fire hose. Mm. We have so many internal meetings, all for the best things that are in store for 2020, and then to be like, oh, we only got a week or 2 left for the year. It's a little stressful. Yeah. But, my wife will tell you, being a Begg, which is my last name, just means things aren't easy.
So you've got on one hand the idea that you looked at the team page today and went, oh, I'm responsible for all these people. When did this happen? Right. On the other hand, you've got, oh, they're all taking care of shit for me. I don't have to do anything. Yeah. You got to do something to do, but
air quotes.
I don't have to hold hands.
Right.
How does all of that feel?
So outside perspective also, and I was just having this conversation with Jackie, right? We want to go in and blow up processes.
Of course you do.
Blow up is an endearing thing, at least for me at this stage in the business. We're doing 80% so amazing, but being able to step out of a process so much to realize that 20% could be the difference between crazy success and mediocre. So that's been that perspective. And also I even warned you when I came back, I'm like, dude, I've been thinking for 4 weeks.
Right.
That's been tough. I'm trying to temper myself. I've got multiple pages of notes and everything, but yeah, I mean, everything's going smoothly. I haven't talked to a customer that was upset, knock on wood. But you know, as we come back, it's like, okay, maybe I'm allowed to. Like we had an episode where we talked about taking a week off, right? This was 4.5 times that.
Right.
And so there was a lot of prep that went in ahead of time, but it really just reinforced, you know, the need to take time when you have family members, new family members coming in. So for everyone, Ethan, baby boy, healthy, he was born November 2nd. He's a chunker, and mom's a champ.
Mom's awesome. and she brought Ethan in and Carter both in to the office while we're all here.
Right.
Which is awesome. And dude, 5 weeks old, but he's wearing 6-month clothing.
Yeah.
Like he's already in beast mode.
He's almost 13 pounds.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm sorry, love.
So 2 kids now.
Yep.
I like what you said not too long ago. I heard this in passing.
Yeah.
You said I took what most people do in 2 or 3 years and put it into about 2 months.
Right.
Why?
Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a bad idea.
But you're moving.
Yeah.
We moved offices this year. You had a baby this year. Everybody came down. Like it's been a crazy couple months for you.
Yeah. So closing on the house we sold next week.
Yeah.
So I have to finish moving all this stuff out. We moved into a rental, which is just down the street from the office. Thank God it's only like 5 minutes away. We moved into that while I was on the last week of leave. So there's just a lot of back and forth in that regard. I don't think we realized how much work it would be. So all of this, like we've done this before with one child. Mm. Two's tough. That's like my tagline for life right now. But two's tough, and it just makes it so like, yeah, you can't move while one person's holding a baby because 2 people have to hold, 2 people have to hold 2 babies. Mm-hmm. And while my 3.5-year-old has been so helpful, there's only so much help you can do.
He's 3.5 and he's high energy.
All of a sudden, like I move everything into the truck and he's like, Daddy, I'm helping you. And it's moving back in the garage. Like,
yes.
But the chance to have that time, even though it's been pretty stressful, and I love the fact that my wife still wants to be married to me is a good thing.
And be a business partner as well.
Yeah.
She wasn't like, okay, we're getting a divorce and I'm selling the business.
Right.
She's like in 100%.
Yes. Rachel's all in. That's what I love about it.
How do you get to that point where you've been able to have that 4.5 weeks of leave? I mean, as an owner and as a small to medium business, an agency where it's very hands-on, what do you think has been 1 or 2 things that have gotten you to this point?
So 17 people I think we have right now.
Did we hire somebody today?
No.
I think it was 16, I thought, last time. No, was it 17?
Rachel, though?
Okay. I don't know. Your guess is better than mine.
Well, we're about to hire someone else too. But
there's that.
So there's that. Well, so where I was going with that, 16, 17. It's not that we haven't just hired 17 people, right? Over the years, like 2012 was our first hire. When you think about that, that's not too long ago. But we're at 7 years, almost 8 right now. There has been a lot of cyclical nature of like, oh, okay, so that person didn't work out. What did I do wrong? And I always go that route. What did I do wrong? Like, is it mine or is it theirs? We've had that conversation a couple times in a few episodes, but we've tried to get a little bit better each time. Mm-hmm. And I think that over learning things from a management point of view, we've learned like what we need to do and what we don't, and not perfect. Like I'm already finding new things that I need to get better at as an owner and a manager. But it's interesting because they say like don't hire for someone that can do what you can do, hire for someone that can do for what you don't. Mm-hmm. Like that's a big thing, and we've made some hires not just recently, but like over the past couple of years that have allowed for us to really step out and they can step in for success there. So that has been that's been a big piece. And then I think that I truly look at this as family, and this team I think looks back the same way. At least that's what it seems like in that room.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very small room for 17 people.
It is. I'll have to put up. I took some pictures earlier.
Like 988 square feet. Like I tell people it's about 1,000, but it counts.
Yeah, that 12 square foot. Yeah, we should put some pictures up on the show notes to see, because it's a beautiful office. It's not like a broom closet,
right?
But it's small on purpose,
right?
But when we're all here together, it's like, oh.
And this was the first year. Like logistically, it made sense. We're like, oh, we got the hatchery and stuff, but then like no one wants to fly into town and then be in a different co-working space. They all want to be within earshot of everyone. So. Yeah. And even now we're recording this in a conference room we rent per hour across the hall, and this room's bigger than our office.
Yeah. All right. But it is nice though, like in this modern world, and we talked about this on previous episodes, we're a diverse team, distributed team, remote and in-house, whatever you want to call it. But like the idea that we're a modern company that uses a co-working space,
sure,
that has been fun. I mean, it's nice to be in one room, and that's where I've been there today. But yesterday I was in 5 different locations, just kind of moving around, going, okay, now I can go do this somewhere else.
Right.
And that's just, man, like what a cool world that we live in that we can do that. I thought about that several times this week.
It's true.
The fact that I can be here with my work, but then when I go home, nothing changes. I just keep working.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. One of the cool things is like the relationships.
Yeah.
We have several people who haven't met before.
Yeah.
And, and it's fun because it's like, whether I didn't see the formalities or not, like the formalities are gone, but not because like people are avoiding each other. It's just like we've known you forever because of the power of video and technology and all that. So that's been really fun, and we miss those that weren't able to make it down, whether they're new hires or having their own family stuff going on. But
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it would be awesome to have all of us together.
It would be tight though.
But it would be tighter. It would be tighter. You could think back on the previous episodes where we talked about distributed team and all the tools that we use, the navigational tools like Slack, like video, like just constant communication, Candor, all these things that we use. It comes to fruition when we're all together like that. I mean, last night, several of us just hung out in the hallway between all of our hotel rooms, just hanging out, had a couple drinks, just literally had no agenda, just talking, listening to a playlist that Jackie's husband made her, and talking about the music that it was. It was just like, holy shit, like we're friends.
Right.
It was really cool. We are family. It's really cool.
When I heard you guys did that, I was a little jealous because I wasn't there. And then at the same time, I was like, oh, I was kind of proud. Yeah. I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. And I told these guys the same thing last night. I'm like, man, I just wanted to get done with dinner and go to my room and just chill. It's been a busy week, which has been awesome. Yeah. But I also just kind of wanted to do nothing. Then when they're like, well, we're going to do this. Oh, yeah, I need to do that. That'll be good. Yeah, it's been incredible. So parental leave, 2 kids, great hires for a team.
Yeah.
What is it like bringing in people that are, and I'm asking this without knowing the answer like at all. Previous hires have been good hires as well.
Sure.
But now you've run in people that I've seen come in that are like just higher level. You keep going higher level. We have an employee who used to own his own agency. Now he works for one.
Sure.
You have somebody who ran a team of, what did Julie have, 20 people that reported to her? And now she has a team of 5, 6 reporting to her. Like those are high performing people that come in. How do you navigate those waters?
Yeah. I don't know. I'll let you know in 6 months. No, it's interesting because more than it changes. So I was talking to Jackie about change a little bit earlier. More than it changing each individual person's role and how they communicate, it reinforces the need to have extra clear communication and really this like thought of being a little bit more proactive about stuff, right? Like not having a conversation about something can be at more of a detriment when you add another person in. Just think about what's that game where they like whisper in someone's ear and
telephone.
It comes around.
Yeah.
The game of telephone. Like the game of telephone is real, and it just so happens to be like in any management structure, and that's a new challenge that we're learning right now. But at the same time, it also allows for some autonomy and some efficiencies on extra brains and stuff, and so. It's been great to get the new feedback, but it's also one of those things that it also becomes really important for us to stop and actually realize that there's extra people in here that can have a conversation. Like some of the conference room meetings we're having about like process have like 12 people in it, and it's like, wait, what? You know? And I had the conversation. I was talking to Audrey. It was Jackie before, and it was. that process, like that would have been defined even last year by me writing down a process. And now I'm sitting in on the call listening for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's been a little bit of a journey there, but we're 80% is amazing, 20% could be improved. It doesn't mean that it's 20% that sucks.
Right. Oh yeah.
That's kind of but that's what we feel the second that we start bringing stuff up.
Sure.
So, but it's been a really interesting 3 months between baby moving and several new hires, and it's changed the dynamic. And even losing a key employee that we've had over the past. It's been an amazing experience, though, because we start to see strengths emerge. Like me being out, we saw strengths emerge.
Yeah.
While me being in, I may have overshadowed that. And there's the same thing with other people on the team. So it's going to be fun. And we've got some adjustments to like the vision of who Impulse is as a result. So I get to share those tomorrow.
That's exciting. I can't wait. So you mentioned an employee moved on, left the nest. So I didn't even think about this, but how does that feel when an employee says, okay, and Ryan is the one that left.
RyanShopRyan.com.
Yeah, and so Ryan has been here. He was number 3.
Almost 5 years.
On the totem pole of longevity.
Yep.
So now he's out and Jeffrey's in. But anyway, but like when Ryan said, hey, I'm going to go do my own brand now. Like you've taught me everything I know. He leaves the nest. He grows up. He goes away. How does that feel as an owner to see that happen?
It's double-sided. Yeah. I mean, I miss him. Wish he was here. He's going to listen to this and start crying because I told him he eventually would. But the other side is it's also, it's not like he's leaving for a competitor. He's like trying to be, he's jumping out, like leaving the nest, as you put it. Like, he's had a brand that was half the reason he got hired in the first place. And he's learned a lot about business. He's learned a lot about strategy and marketing. And these are words that came from him. And now he gets to, he's hanging out in the Virgin Islands all week, like tough gig.
Yeah.
But it's work, right? And I think that if I can leave someone, this is like really like my mission is if someone can come apart and be a part of the team, I'd love for them to stay forever. I've had that conversation before. But if they do leave, I want to be a pivotal reason that they succeed. Yeah. So that's one of those things. Did I leave this person better off than where I got them? And hopefully Ryan would say yes.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, he did. He told you that. So
he kind of did.
I think he did. Yeah.
But publicly, maybe.
Yeah. Man, a lot of change. A lot of change since our last episode. Good stuff. Any parting advice to be that wayfinder to those who are in that leadership role or ownership role, and they're like, man, I want to be able to do what you did.
Sure. Don't do it as fast as I did. It's not necessary. No, seriously, it's really not necessary to do it as fast. I think that, on the premise of family leave, there's legislation even coming in that was announced yesterday that they want to try and make it like Florida law, that you have to give it as a company. It's also very vague. I think companies should be trying to do that. It's also expensive. I mean, luckily, in all reality, I didn't have to pay myself to take the leave. That wasn't actually where my head was because the business is operating. But like if another person on the team, we just hired a new guy and his wife is about to have a baby, or they're about to have a baby, and he disclosed that after the hiring process, and I was like, yeah. Absolutely. He's like, I don't have to take off. I'm like, yes, you do. Right? Like that. And I think that companies need to remember the human side of things. And you and I had conversations about that. But it's one of those areas where, we're always going to be searching for ways to serve our employees better, even if they don't think that it is that way. And, but that just kind of fits to who we are as an organization. I think a lot of times, depending on where you are in your organization or if you own an organization, you might not be able to fiscally do that. But just because you allow leave doesn't mean you have to pay for it. In this case, we try to make sure that we do so it doesn't cause any heartache. But fun fact, I didn't realize that long-term disability covers a majority of paternity and maternity leave if the offer isn't there. So it could also be a benefit that companies could do to at least get 60% of the way. So, I didn't know that. We've just rolled that into payroll.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And you mentioned the human side of it, like whether it's parental leave or like George, who wasn't able to make it down because they had a tragedy in their family.
Right.
You told me this. I remember you saying he was going to come down, but he might have to leave early. And you just told him, dude, take care of your family.
Yep.
Like, take care of your family.
Yep.
And so I love that that's a human side of what Impulse does. And I think other agencies, other businesses need to think that way. You're absolutely right. Think human. How can you take care of your people?
And it costs money, but the profits will come around with the longevity of and the people that care. So I think that's a powerful piece.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Well, hey man, congratulations on the baby, the second baby.
Ethan, he's gonna watch this in 18 years and be like, "Oh my god, my dad was such a sap."
But you didn't actually tear up, so it's okay.
Right.
Not a total sap.
Close.
But yeah, dude, congratulations. There you go, Wayfinders. It is episode 25 of season 2. We got 2 more episodes this season. So thanks for watching, man.
Woo! Thank you for listening. If you like this episode, please share it. Post it, tweet it, gram it, email a friend. Give the gift of knowledge to someone you know that could benefit from it. And if you really loved it, please consider leaving a rating and written review on your podcast player of choice. And as always, go to wayfindinggrowth.com for resources and past episodes. Remember, we're here to help you navigate your business growth with strategic conversations and insights from experts in multiple industries. Thank you for listening to Wayfinding Growth.